I'm not fucking doing this shit.
I'm not
fucking doing this.
Hold on. Did you go live?
Yeah, I'm fucking live. Let's go. I got a place to go.
Let's go.
I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of you trying to defend our fucking piece of shit quarterback. Who got outdueled by a bad rookie quarterback today. This is the 6th time where we had a lead at halftime, and he did jack shit.
He did by himself, all by himself.
Yes.
The other 52 players went there.
He threw 3 picks, and he went 3 and out. I don't know how many times.
Let's get it figured out right. Let's figure it out. That last pick was fucking awful, right?
And the one before that was awful too. He threw it.
No, the other 2 were bounced off his receivers.
Oh, the
other 2 picks bounced off his receivers' hands.
RJ, don't do this today, man.
Yes or no?
Don't do this today.
Yes or no? His 2 picks before bounced off his receivers.
Was the second pick the first one to?
The first one was to Foster Moreau.
Okay, the second one to the first one to Hunter. Was that not behind him? Did he not have to turn around?
It was behind him. It wasn't a perfect pass by any means.
Okay, it was a bad pass then. It was a bad pass.
It wasn't a bad pass. It wasn't a perfect pass. There's a difference.
All right, this is going to be my shortest show because I want to have a good time with my family. I don't want to argue with someone who's delusional.
Did it not bounce off Hunter Renfrow's chest?
It did not bounce off his chest.
Yes, it did.
It bounced off his hands. Okay, look. Okay. Look, here's the deal, guys. Before we
want to make this just about Derek Carr the whole show?
No, because this is what you're doing. As long as you can point to it not being Carr's fault, you're okay with us losing.
I'm pointing to the facts. I'm saying, those passes bounced off their receivers' chests and
Earl
hands.
Butler,
and you're like, whoa,
he will not be missed. America, 1776, Carr sucks. Tombstone Nation for life, Carr fucking sucks. 0 points again in the second half, Tombstone Nation for life.
And that's Carr, right? That's all Carr?
Dude, he's the leader of our offense.
Josh Jacobs averaged less than 3 yards per carry, right? Offensive line played like shit.
How many turnovers? How many turnovers did
one of them was 100% on Carr. 2 of them were.
See, you love this percentage shit. Like, you know what? If we don't, it's not all his fault.
You want to absolve the rest of the team of all their sins and put it all on Carr. That's your problem.
When you play the most important position in sports and you have a bad game, when this is the 6th time where you've done absolutely nothing in second halves of games and you lose, you could totally look, hey, you know what? This fucking defense gave up a last second touchdown. What the fuck? Yeah, they gave up 13 points and an entire game when we went 3 and out. I don't know how many times. We had like 30 yards in the second half and 3 interceptions.
The offense
That's Derek Carr. He's awful.
Too.
He's done. Let's just move on from this guy.
The number 10th rated quarterback rating in the NFL. Number 10 in the NFL in quarterback rating. You're like, just get someone better.
Dude, you love to look. No, yes or no? No. Yeah, I am saying that. Let's get rid of him and get
someone better than the 10th rated quarterback. Okay, I hope we can get one.
I really hope we can get one
better than the 10th rated quarterback.
No. We need somebody who doesn't have the peaks and valleys. That's what we need. Michael Rain III, car crash. Yes. Bobby Gallardo, Carr can't hit a receiver in stride when conditions are good. Of course he sucked today. Bobby, you know what?
He played like shit today. The entire team played like shit today. And Carr was part of the entire team.
Our defense played fucking tits.
They played terrible. Against
our
Pickett?
Defense?
Against Pickett?
Our defense gave up 13 points.
Against Kenny Pickett.
We gave up 13 points.
They let Kenny Pickett.
We gave up 13 points.
26 completions, 244 yards.
We gave up 13. Here's the problem. RJ likes to look at these peripheral stats that don't mean shit. Carr's thrown for 4,000 yards for 8 straight years, even though he hasn't thrown for more than 25 touchdowns. Like, he loves these peripheral stats that make things look good.
Peripheral stats? Yards? That's like the most important stat for a quarterback.
You know what it is? It's touchdowns. That's what it is. It's touchdowns to turnovers. That's what's most important. Because you love to say, oh, yeah, he's in company with this quarterback and that quarterback and that quarterback. Let's just forget that they throw like 20 more touchdowns a season than Carr does.
When have I said that?
Dude, the defense was good. The defense gave us a chance to win the game. Our offense did jack shit in the second half. Of course,
who played worse, Josh Jacobs or Derek Carr?
Derek Carr. He turned the ball over 3 times.
2 interceptions weren't his fault.
He turned the ball. Dude, stop. He turned the ball over 3 times.
It bounced off his receivers' bodies.
He's terrible. He's bad. He needs to
bounces off your receiver. So Foster Moreau takes no blame for that bouncing.
I'm not.
Right
We're talking about Derek Carr. Foster Moreau, he could come. Dude, I get two shits about Foster Moreau. He could come and go.
I know you only care about Derek Carr.
Yes, because he's the quarterback of our team, and he's inconsistent. And today he got outplayed by a bad rookie quarterback.
You played like shit today.
Dominic 5, RJ, you a fool. That's just butt hurt because Carr didn't play well.
He did play terrible. He did play terrible, but he was actually playing against an NFL defense. Kenny Pickett wasn't. Kenny Pickett was playing against the Raiders defense,
RJ,
the worst passing defense in football.
13 points. They gave up 13 points.
In -7-degree weather against the worst pass defense in football.
All right. See what else we got.
What am I saying that's not true?
Let's see here.
What am I saying that's not true? Carr played like shit today. You turn every post game into like an overwhelming Carr debate. Like, I want to talk about this post game. We got all off season, the rest of the season. There's plenty of time for Carr talk, right? And we can do our overall Carr talk too. But like, so many things happened today, and you're immediately like, all right, let's talk about Carr the last 9 seasons.
He couldn't get his.
There was 60 minutes.
We're talking about today. I'm talking about today. He was bad today.
He was awful today. He doesn't win in cold weather games. He's like 0-7. Like, freezing cold games.
Stop talking about cold weather games, RJ. He's had 5 other ones other than today where he did nothing in second halves of games. This is not a cold weather thing. This is who he is.
It's a cold weather thing. And there's other elements as well. Like, the cold weather thing's real.
Michael Creamer, fucking best name in the business. Let's invoke a 24-hour hold on Soto's mic after a loss. Michael Creamer, how about I cream inside your fucking eye?
It's a $10 super chat. You can't get rid of him that fast. No matter what he said, you can't get rid of him that fast.
Michael Creamer, I have the mic and you don't. How about you take that $10 and you buy yourself a mic and get your own podcast to talk shit?
Whoa. Michael, he doesn't speak for all of Raider Nation. He doesn't speak for the
audience. I speak for me. And you know what? I don't have a problem with that old lady did to that other dude, the Patriots fan. I got no problem with that shit. That guy's getting a fucking plane flight back to Vegas, any event he wants in fucking Allegiant Stadium. He's getting a box seat for the Pats games. Fuck that guy. Fuck the Steelers. Fuck Derek Carr. Good riddance. Fucking do whatever you want next year. Just don't be our quarterback.
What made this day the most terrible
was
all the fucking Franco Harris shit, Immaculate Reception stuff all day long. Just shoved down our throats constantly.
That was
constantly.
That did put me in a bad mood.
Like, yeah. Half a century ago, the refs missed a drop. And we got to hear about it for the next 5 decades. But we can't complain about it. We can't get mad at it because Franco Harris passed away this week. So it's like we have to just like,
I don't have to be worried about, dude.
Franco Harris, the brevity of the moment.
Franco Harris didn't put any money in my fucking pocket, so I don't have to worry about. If I never mention his name again, if his name never comes out of my mouth ever in my entire life, it'll be one time too many.
Mm-hmm. Christmas Eve game, prime time. Raiders fall 10-13 to the Steelers. 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception game. -7 degrees. It was a day where it was 4 or 5 games were in the negatives.
In the negative, yeah.
In the negatives.
It was this game. It was Cleveland, Chicago. Another one. I forgot. Was it KC?
KC.
I think KC was really cold too. And those were the 4 ones that were like really cold.
Like negative temperature. It was 77 in Long Beach?
Yeah, it was nice today.
That's what I was saying. It was almost 80 degrees in Long Beach today, and the rest of the nation is like, it's so cold that people can barely play football. They had to postpone the Titans game an hour because it was so cold there were power outages.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was the other one.
They were like doing rolling fucking blackouts to like conserve energy to get shit back up. And yeah, they had the mayor of Nashville was like, hey, you gotta
do us a solid down, please. You got a big stadium that requires a lot of wattage. Can you pull it back a notch?
I mean, that stadium is pretty ass anyway. So
I've been there. It's trash.
Yeah, it's bad.
2 bad injuries. Chandler Jones carted off, elbow injury. Denzel Perryman, shoulder injury. They wanted to cart him off.
And the cart broke down.
The cart broke down at an NFL stadium. A National Football League bajillion-dollar business. They got a cart where they like didn't change the spark plugs. And poor Denzel, that was a bad video, dude. Denzel walking out like he's got like the shoulder pads off, helmet off.
He was crying, dude. That's a dislocated shoulder.
He's holding one shoulder. The trainer's holding the other, like the same shoulder. Like he takes like two people to hold his shoulder. They're like, oh yeah, you have to do the walk of shame with your shoulder out of its socket, Denzel. Thanks, Pittsburgh. Fucking Christ. So those are the two bad injuries: Chandler Jones, Denzel Perryman. The defense just keeps getting butchered injury wise. We found AJ Cole's kryptonite. Cold weather.
Yeah, a rock hard frozen ball.
Yeah. After we just got done talking about how like, yeah, he probably should have made the Pro Bowl. It's kind of bullshit. And it's like, not
touché,
cold weather.
Touché, Michael Rain.
Foster Morrow, rough day too. Two big penalties. One of them stopped Josh Jacobs' 30-yard run. That was brutal. Another penalty, the face mask penalty wiped away that. The tipped interception. The play calling was kind of crazy today. I counted 33 pass plays. Carr had 30 attempts, but 3 of those were like scrambles. 33 pass plays, 16 run plays. When it's -7 degrees, the Steelers just kind of like loaded up the box and dared Josh McDaniels to throw the ball. And
they dared Derek Carr to throw the ball.
He took the bait.
Did a very good job. Yeah.
Michael Creamer, thank you again for the super chat. Hopefully we crush quarterback Purdy of the 69ers back to Mr. Irrelevant. See next week. Next week, we got 2 games left. 49ers and their number 1 defense. And then after that, Kansas City Chiefs to close out the season. 69ers is almost like a compliment. You know what I mean? Like you want to call them the 49ers and you want to like rip on them a little bit. It's like, well, they're 69ing. They're probably doing pretty well.
I don't know, man.
Although I would say 69ing is like bottom 3 sexual position that exists. Just like
really?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You get like a nose full of butthole. Like, yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what
but like put your nose compared to all the other positions.
Look, man. Do I love filet mignon? Do I love like a good ribeye or a New York steak or like some shrimp from the barbecue, like a lobster? Like, yeah, I love that. But you know what I also like? I like fucking like 7-Eleven's turkey sandwiches. Like, I like that too.
That's my point. I'm not saying I'm against 69ing. I'm saying it's a bottom 3 position.
I don't know about that.
Then what's your bottom 3 positions? That's what everyone wants to hear. How Soto bangs.
Look, first off, here's why I'm not going to get into that. My family, where I'm going to go to after this, they're watching our podcast on the TV in the living room, waiting for me to get there. So I'm not going to get into that. What I will get into is
you're coming out of the closet, aren't you? You're waiting for your family to come out and say and see you watch, and they want you to come out of the closet.
Cedric Moore, Carr is a trash. What can? A trash. Oil gas can?
He's a trash backpack.
Okay, that too. I don't know, man. This is the thing. I said this last week.
Soto is big into pegging.
This is when a chick straps on and fucks a dude. That's pegging.
Got it. Didn't know that, and I learned something today.
Now you know what to call it, RJ. What it happens to.
This is why I'm so happy that none of my family, siblings, wife, anybody watches or reads anything I ever do. I'm so free.
Titus Flavius, Carr is the Raiders version of Jeff Fisher. Wins enough to keep us out of a position to replace him, but not enough to actually accomplish anything. This is purgatory, which is what I've been saying. Look, man, I said this last week. If they want to scapegoat Carr for this season, he's given them plenty of ammo to do it. And this is a 6th example of when we had a halftime lead and he did an absolutely 0 in the second half. He couldn't get. We're talking about him right now. He couldn't get because he's the most important player on our offense. What do you want me to tell you? He's the one that has the ball in his hands every play. He couldn't get Davante the ball, even though Davante got open. He overthrew him on a touchdown pass. The guy was fucking open for a touchdown, and he overthrew him. He overthrew him like 4 times, and I don't know, man. He just wasn't good. He wasn't good today. I don't want to say that it was a cold weather thing because he did it 5 other times this year. The same exact thing where we had 30 yards off an offense in the second half. We've had other games like that where we've had very poor offensive outputs, and everyone wants to put it on. Well, it's this person, it's that person. Okay,
a lot of people shoulder the blame.
Who's the common? Who's the common? Yeah, the thing is, man, like, of course, it's a team game. I'm not saying that, but your most important position, your most important player, where most of your money is revolving around your offense, and your offense did this 6 times this season. 6 times your offense did this in the second half of games. Dude, he's got to go, man. He's got to go.
Who do you want to replace him with?
Michael Creamer. Anybody. We can get anybody.
Yes. Anybody.
Yes. So look, here's the thing. The Chiefs were going to the playoffs every single year. We're in the AFC West every single year with Alex Smith. They recognized this guy's not enough. So what did they do? They traded up and they got Patrick Mahomes. They got their guy. The Bills had a 17-year playoff drought. Tyrod Taylor finally got him into the playoffs. And what did they say? This guy's not enough. They traded up twice to get Josh Allen, to get their guy.
I'd take a guy. I'd take a Josh Allen for sure.
Okay, absolutely. But no. The thing is we didn't know Josh Allen was Josh Allen when they drafted him. We didn't know Patrick Mahomes was Patrick Mahomes until they drafted him and developed him. We got to get a young guy to use that money somewhere else, because we can't use that money on this quarterback, because this quarterback is not enough. He's proven it 9 years now. After 9 seasons, quarterbacks don't get better. He's topped out, or he's going to get worse. It's just the way it is. Okay, this is 9 seasons in the NFL. We've seen who he is. He's not going to get better. Okay, he's going to get either the same or worse. And we've seen who he is. We got to move on. It's time to recognize who we need to get. Do what we have to do to go up and get him, just like we did to Davante. That's the guy we wanted. We traded the picks to go and get him. Okay, now we see the guy that we want. Well,
Davante he wanted to come here, and we're like, okay,
yeah, but we identified the guy and we went and got him. Yeah. It's not different. You identify the guy, you go get him. That's what teams do. If you're lucky enough to be the Bengals and get the first pick, yeah, okay, then it just falls in your lap. Great. But the Chargers had to go up and get him, to Herbert. These teams have to go. Every team in the AFC, which is where we're in the AFC, every team in the playoff hunt has a first-round quarterback. And they're not old. We have to get a younger, better, more dynamic quarterback. And if he ends up being like a Derek Carr, then guess what? We don't give him 9 seasons. We cut bait when we have to, and we move on and get someone else. That's what we do. That's what teams do.
You're blaming the last 9 seasons on Carr?
No. I'm telling what we need to do right now.
Okay.
We've seen
what I'm saying we have the worst passing defense in football, and that needs to be addressed first and foremost. If we can get a better quarterback, let's go get a better quarterback. But the worst part of our team is the defense.
No. We can't move any further until you acknowledge that we need to move on from our quarterback situation. Because other than that, nobody's going to be good enough. Nobody's going to be better than Carr if they're not the best of better than the best of Carr.
There's a ton of guys better than Carr that I would love to take.
My point is,
we could take in the draft. Only view this team through the eyes of Derek Carr.
Yes, because he's the most important player on our team.
What's more important, the quarterback or the entire defense?
The quarterback.
Entire defense. You're wrong. No, because
it's the quarterback.
Because on offense, you have the run game and the pass game. The defense is the entire defense. You're wrong. The entire defense is more important than one player on offense, even if it's the quarterback.
Okay, so
and the
we
defense
do have
is the worst
pieces. So
defense in football.
We do have some pieces on the defense. So let me ask you this: how can we better focus on our defense by giving $35-40 million to a quarterback that we've seen is not good enough, or try to find another quarterback and use that money to build our defense?
I'm all for trying to upgrade every single position, especially quarterback.
Great. So we're in agreement. We need to upgrade from Carr then.
If we can, we should.
No. But the thing is you're saying right away. You're saying right away. It's not going to be a right away thing. It can be, but not necessarily. Look what happened with Josh Allen.
I need to see a plan to replace any player.
Dude, the plan is out there. That's the plan. You move up, you get your guy, and you develop him. And you build a team around him. That's the plan.
Okay. What guy?
Pick your pick.
I have no idea. That's my question.
You don't know who the quarterbacks are? You don't know who the quarterbacks are that are available in the draft this year?
That'll be where we're drafting?
No. It doesn't matter. You move up and get your guy. You go get him.
Okay.
You do what the 25th pick does with the Chiefs.
Mhm.
You go get your guy. You do what the Bills did. They were like the 22nd pick. They moved up twice to get their guy. You move up to get him. You're saying that, we're drafting 17. We can't get a guy there. Yeah, you can. You go up and get him. That's what teams do. They go up and get their guy.
Who do you want?
It's anybody. I want something new, something fresh, something that we can have a more modern offense. Carr is not mobile. He ticks off the boxes. He's accurate, but not that accurate. He's got a strong arm, but not like one of the elite strong arms. Like, he's good. He got fooled terribly a couple times on these blitzes pre-snap, and that's supposed to be his strength. He couldn't get his main receiver the ball. He kept overthrowing him every single fucking time. We had three and out, or we punted 3 times and had 3 interceptions in the second half, 30 yards. This is the 6th time this year we do 0 in the second half. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% Derek Carr, but when he is the most important player on your team, and for sure the most important player on your offense, that guy got to go.
Do you got the Carr stuff out of your system? Do you want to talk about other parts of the game?
Dubs, you have my permission to smoke any type of drug you want. Your choice. Except for the crack that you're smoking right now. It's
not the coach. The coach did a good job today, Josh McDaniels. How would you grade Josh McDaniels today?
Fine.
Fine.
Josh McDaniels wasn't throwing the ball.
No, but he's calling 33 pass plays to.
Well, that's the strength of our
plays.
Offense, and all of our offensive weapons are here. All our offensive, dude. Kenny Pickett had no problem moving the ball down the field in this cold, the last drive.
Well, yeah, against one of the worst defenses in football. My question to you is Josh McDaniels.
And now you're saying
throwing the ball twice as much as
you're
saying
the ball. Kenny Pickett is just as good as Carr then, and Kenny Pickett's weapons are just as good as Carr's weapons. It's not true.
No, what I'm saying is Josh McDaniels chose to throw the ball 33 times to running it 16 times, and you said and you think that's fine?
I think that's fine. Because that's where your money is on your team. That's your money on your team right there. You have everybody back. Renfrow's back. Waller's back. You have Adams. You have all these weapons at your disposal. You got a big money franchise quarterback.
-7 degrees and the number 1 rusher in football. And you say, no, let's throw the ball in this Arctic tundra.
The defense packs the box against you where you can't run and forces you to use your best weapons on your entire team to win the game, and they can't because your quarterback is stepped on 3-day-old dog shit.
I can acknowledge when Derek Carr is a shit game. You can't acknowledge when Josh McDaniels gets out coached. You just can't do it.
Okay, look.
You can't do it.
How is he getting out coached when you're forcing a team to use their best weapons and the quarterback cannot facilitate the offense? How is that bad coaching?
Because he lost a game in frigid weather to a rookie shit quarterback. And he has a number 1 rusher in football, and he basically semi-shelved him.
If a team wants to stop you from running the ball, what do? They just pack the line. They pack it, and they say, okay, we're going to have a lot of man-on-man against you, and we're going to drop back guys late like they did against the Saints against us, and they're forcing us to throw the ball. They're forcing us to use our franchise quarterback.
They were bracketing Davante Adams.
Franchise quarterback, and
they weren't packing the box the way you're saying. They weren't packing the box the way you're saying.
Wide receiver and our franchise slot receiver.
They weren't packing the box the way you're saying. Not even close. They were bracketing Davante Adams. Like, they were double teaming him, covering Waller. Yeah. The box wasn't. Just
they were covering Waller. How dare they cover Waller? You know what? I think maybe other teams in the NFL.
The box was open to run, and they chose not to.
That was
and you can't acknowledge that Josh McDaniels got out coached today.
Wow. Okay.
So all right, that's a stalemate. Let's talk about the defense.
That's not a stalemate, dude. I'm done arguing with ignorance. You're trying to tell me that Carr is fucking great.
No, I'm not telling you that. I'm saying Josh McDaniels got out coached, and you just immediately go, well, Carr. I'm like, okay,
yeah, he's terrible.
We've done 25 minutes on Carr. Can we try anything else? Can we talk about anything else other than Carr? We've done 25 minutes on Carr. Can we do Josh McDaniels? Can we do the defense? Can we do Jacobs? Can we do the line?
What's wrong with the defense, dude? They gave up 13 points.
Yeah, to Kenny fucking Pickett.
Dude, stop.
Trash
13 points.
to a
13
trash
points.
quarterback.
What else did the defense have to do? I'm not
Get
gonna
a stop
talk
at the end.
I'm not gonna talk zero about the defense. I'm
zero.
talking zero. I'm talking zero about the defense. If you want to talk about the defense, that's fine. I have my family waiting for me. I'll take off. Talk about the defense all you want. The defense gave up 13 points. They're okay. They're fine. They gave up 13 points today. They are A-okay with me. No problems whatsoever. That defense was.
You can't talk Josh McDaniels. You can't talk defense. Dare you talk Jacobs? Is that okay? Are we allowed to talk
it's an
Jacobs?
offensive game league. It is an offensive game league. Oh, what do you want to do? Carr missed throws. This is not on McDaniels. Well, a lot of people agree with me.
So McDaniels did great.
Defense did. I didn't say that. I said I don't disagree with what he was doing.
Okay.
You're saying that it was his fault that we lost. He got out coached. No,
I'm saying he got out.
Our players got outplayed.
That too. Both can happen.
This game was
That's
100
what I'm saying.
on Carr.
Carr can play like shit, and McDaniels can be out coached, and a bunch of other things can happen.
13 points despite Carr giving them 2 turnovers. Yeah, Carr threw two interceptions when the game really mattered, and they didn't score off of them. The defense did a really good job, man.
In negative 7-degree weather,
there is no debate. Carr's got to go. I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. You got one guy that gave us $20. Thanks a lot, Michael Creamer. I appreciate it. You know I do. But you got one person defending Derek Carr. Derek Carr had a terrible game.
I'm not defending Derek Carr today. Not at all.
Can you say that we can move on from Carr and talk about something else?
If we can get someone better than Carr, yes. Like I've been saying
that's not an answer. That's not an answer.
RJ. It is an answer.
No,
GMs
RJ,
don't just
answer
say,
is
let's just go on and hope for the best, right? There has to be a plan. Can you agree there has to be a plan?
Of course, there has to be a plan.
Now, drafting up,
here's
trading for somebody.
Are you in agreement that the plan has to be put in place?
I'm saying we need to make sure we get someone better than Carr.
It. I even said it's time to. I can move on from fucking Josh McDaniels. No problem. He is hanging on with the last thread.
It's the same thing. We need someone better than McDaniels. It's the same. It's exact same situation. It's like, okay, do you want to cut Josh McDaniels? No, I want to give him another season. If it's still shit, then okay, let's find someone better. And if we can't, keep. Same thing with every position in football.
We need a plan. If you can find somebody better, it's not an answer. We need a plan. No,
that's how it works if you're a GM.
Excuse me, sir. I'm not done.
You improve the positions.
Let me know when you're done, then I can speak. Then you can speak. Then I can speak.
You improve the positions.
Okay.
That's a GM's
job.
So
now, when you have a starting franchise quarterback, you don't look to move on from that guy until you're ready to move on from that guy. So, are you saying it is now time to put that strategy into motion and move on from Derek Carr?
Absolutely try to find someone better than Carr.
No, that's not the answer.
Absolutely the goal.
Yes or no?
It doesn't work that way, Soto.
Yes, it does.
If you don't have a plan, you don't find someone better, you don't cut them for nothing.
Okay, you're not listening to me.
It is time to actively look for someone better than Carr, which is much different than
but the thing
casually always trying to improve your position.
So that means we have to move on from Carr because actively looking for him is more than likely, who's available, is to draft one.
Yeah, I mean that would be optimal, right?
Okay,
let me ask you this.
So then we move away from. So now
let me ask you this. With this roster,
wait, you're not answering my question though. You're not answering my question. The plan is there. The GM, whoever, the scouts, they know who they want quarterback wise. Okay, is now the time to move on from Carr.
I look at it different than you. I look at it as let's actively improve positions that need to be very improved upon. Multiple spots in the defense and quarterback, right? NYNTY Ninty5. Thank you for the super chat. I am numb number 4. My high school sweetheart was fine, but I dumped her before I found my wife. See, I married my high school sweetheart. It's weird.
That's probably the issue. You want to just hang on because you think because your high school sweetheart is just a fucking amazing person that Carr's going to turn into an amazing person. And he is an amazing person, but he's not a very good quarterback anymore.
Can you answer this question? What would you rather? Is it with this type of roster and the way it's situated? Do you roll the dice on moving up and getting the rookie you want in the draft? Or do you find a more veteran quarterback in free agency with this type of
I think we do both. I think
you only have the resources for one.
No, so we have resources for both.
You're looking at both. Well,
no. Look, we're gonna have $30 million because you got $6 million dead cap this year if we get rid of Carr, and then the 36 million that was on the books for him. So now we have 30. We're netted 30. Okay. With that 30, you can get a backup style quarterback-ish for around 9-10 million. Okay. Let's get a guy that if the rookie needs more time, we have a bridge quarterback to, play the position. And and just what happened, just look at Matt Schaub and Derek Carr. Same exact thing happened. We got the bridge quarterback, and then we got Derek Carr. Derek Carr beat out Matt Schaub and started his first fucking game.
I would love to be able to hedge our bets, right? And get a veteran that maybe jives, get a rookie that takes off. But the success stories you keep bringing up, right? Bills moving up multiple times. Bengals, they had the number 1 overall, right? Like they allocated their resources to one thing, right? Like,
what was
of
that?
course, I would love to have a rookie that's awesome, a veteran that's awesome, a middle guy. Like, of course, that's what we want, right? But that's not. You only have so many resources to be able to allocate to that position, right? The most valuable position in sports. Okay, which one do you think we should go in based on this roster?
It's the same thing we did before. We'll find the Matt Schaub of the league, right? Find a backup quarterback who started games in this league and won games in this
Carr
league
was a
before.
second rounder. I mean, that's not allocated. I mean, that's getting lucky or falling or whatever you want to call it. Like that's not allocating resources. That's
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. This is what teams do. They get a veteran quarterback to play on the team who can run the system, who can run the offense, right? And then you draft a young quarterback and then see how quickly he progresses. That's what you do. That's what teams do. Look at the fucking Trubisky and the fucking that's what teams do, man.
That's one of the ways. The other option is getting a veteran quarterback to be your starter too. I'm not saying that's what to do.
We don't.
I'm not saying that's what to do. I'm saying that's what other teams do as well.
I say we don't do that. Okay, so
that was my question. That was literally my question. It's like, do you go veteran? Who in
the playoff picture has done that?
Titans, sort of. Niners, kind of. They started their veteran dude. They didn't go and get him, but they started him, right? Garoppolo was their starter this season.
Garoppolo wasn't their starter this season.
He started more games.
Well, the starter got hurt.
They had moved
on from Garoppolo. No, that point is invalid because he wasn't the starter.
It matters if you start more games, but your point.
No,
I get your point. That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan.
That the plan is you get your guy in there and you put him in the system and you see how he does. If he surprises you and he's ready by week 1 or week 4 or week 8, whatever, then you put him in when he's ready to go. But that's your guy. What the thing? And I know you hate the guy comment, but
I do.
We know that Derek Carr is not the type of quarterback at this point in his career, from what is being asked of him, to do what he needs to do on a consistent basis. He's shown us that. He's shown us that over multiple regimes, multiple offenses, multiple head coaches, multiple teammates and weapons. He's not consistent enough offensively to be able. The highs are great. Don't get me wrong. His highs are fucking tits. His highs are up there, and he can play on any given Sunday with any quarterback in the NFL that ever lived. He's that good when he's good. The problem is he's not that good too often. And he's what happened today, way too often. This is number 6 this year where he's had a second half like this. And this is not me picking and choosing stats. This is second halves of entire games, RJ, where he's done absolutely nothing.
NYNTY5, thank you for the super chat. As always, appreciate. Stidham is the bridge, then pushing all the chips for Caleb. What do you think?
Look, man, that'd be great if we can get the number 1 pick next year, because Caleb's going to probably go number 1 next year. And that's a whole season away. I don't like giving away seasons. I understand what you want. I understand that you want Caleb Williams, and he's a fucking great player. I've watched him play every single freaking game this year, every single snap of every single game. And he's a great quarterback. He's a great talent. But the issue is you're banking on being able to move up to number 1. What if, like, the Jets are number 1 next year and they want to get, like, what if some really bad quarterback needy team has the number 1 pick? You know what they're going to tell you if you offer them draft picks to trade up? They're going to be, fuck you. We want Caleb. We don't want you to get him. We want him. So let's just figure out what we could do this year and move on.
Well, it'll be Houston, most likely Houston number 1. They need a quarterback.
Year, yeah.
So that's a no-brainer, right? And then let's see the draft order.
Seattle gets Denver's pick.
Order 2023. What would it be right now? Texans for sure. Bears, they got a quarterback. Seattle, Geno Smith playing good. Smith.
Look, don't put that on Seattle. That Seattle's going to do what we've done and kept a pretty good quarterback all these years. You can upgrade.
Geno go to the Pro Bowl?
Yeah,
did he?
He did. Yeah, he voted Pro Bowl. If you're going to bank on him being this guy the rest of his career, when he's shown you that he hasn't been that guy except for 1 year, then stick with him. That's great for us because another quarterback available. But
Lions number 4.
Dude, they like fucking your boy Goff, dude. I don't think they're gonna move on from Goff. Who was 3?
3 was Seattle. So Texans definitely the quarterback. 2's Bears. They have Fields.
Oh yeah, they have Fields. Okay.
3 Seahawks. I put on a maybe.
Okay.
4 Goff's being
Goff's contract. They love Goff, dude.
What's Goff's contract?
Goff has another year or two left, I think.
Another year.
Yeah, he's had a big contract the year before they traded him.
5 Cardinals got a quarterback. 6 Colts. They would absolutely draft a quarterback.
Yes.
7 Falcons, absolutely draft a quarterback.
Yeah. Even though they drafted one last year, they want to draft another one.
Panthers
will draft another one.
They would.
So we have to go to the top 5. We have to.
So there'd be. So if we stayed put, that's at least 4 quarterback needy teams before us, maybe 5 or 6.
Gustavo Aguirre 000. Trade up and get young. Yep. Lions are the Lions like Goff, dude. I wouldn't mind having Goff as a bridge. I'd take him.
Mm-hmm.
Goff's fucking pretty good, man.
We're not asked to do a lot, right? He's like play action. Here's your one read.
Dude, look at his stats, dude. He's good.
He'll figure it out.
He's know what he's doing. He's making these no-name freaking young receivers look fucking like world beaters.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely don't have the same weapons that we do. I'll tell you that.
Any non-car stuff?
I'm willing to trade.
You want to get to?
I'm willing to trade for Jordan Love. The thing is, we got to pay him right away. That's the thing. Dude, Will Levis, look, as far as the game went today, we saw it 5 other times before. We have a lead, and then our defense fucking tries to play out there, and then we go 3 and out in the field, and then you keep throwing them back on the field over and over and over again. Eventually, they're going to give up some points, and they gave up 13 points today. That's not this game is not on the defense. This game is the fact that our
10
offense
points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, man, 3 interceptions and 2 3 and outs in the second half. We punted 3 times and got picked 3 times. We did nothing. 0 points. I don't care how much your defense gives up. If you score 0, you're not going to win. And we did it. Our second half was really bad. And I feel bad, dude. If you're being shit on like the Raiders defense is being shit on, this is now, I think 4 out of the last 5 or 5 out of the last 6 weeks where the Raiders defense has given up 17 or less points. But we don't want to talk about that.
No, but they're playing against some of the worst offenses too, and that's
dude. It doesn't matter. That's
it does matter. It does matter if these quarterbacks are having their best game of their season against the Raiders. That matters.
How is that the best game? Is this the best game?
It wasn't Pickett's, but it has been with most other quarterbacks. I think
this is the biggest best game.
No, it wasn't Pickett's best game, but it's been a lot of quarterbacks' best games against the Raiders. Like even you know that. I will say this though.
You put so much into their whole entire stats, and you don't put enough into the stats that matter. You know what? If they give up a ton of yards,
it's the one that matters. Yeah, it's the only one that matters.
4 to the last 5, 17 points or less.
Against offenses that are scoring like 15 points per game. Like that takes into it, right? It's weighted. Right?
And what about our offense? Our offense is supposed to be what carries
dog
us.
shit too. Yeah. The whole you don't give up that many halftime leads.
I'm just trying to like pin you down here when you're just refusing to say it. Is it time to enact our strategy to move on at quarterback? Because it's not something that you go and
we have a plan to get someone better than Derek Carr.
The issue is
That
That's not an
matters.
answer. That's not
It
an
is.
answer, RJ.
That's
It's
how
not.
it works if you're a GM. You don't just
Dude,
say, like,
you
I'm going
don't
to cut the guy
know
loose and
that
hope for the best.
you don't
enact a
know
plan.
you don't know that these young quarterbacks are going to be better, but you know that the guy you have is not good enough. That's why you move on.
It's a fair plan to me to move on to some of these, three or four of these like top rookies. Like that's a plan. I'm in for that. That's a plan. NYNTY5. The name of the game is a great quarterback. All the chips in 3 years, firsts and more for a 3 years firsts and more for a Caleb. Sacrifice everything. You want to go all in? 3 firsts for Caleb?
Hey, guess who's here?
Oh, your girl. Your girl's back.
Look.
What do you think? 3 firsts for Caleb?
I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that. I think with our number 9 pick, I think we can give our number 9 pick and a second round pick to move up 4 spots.
This is also the reality too. If we had the best quarterback in football, right? With this defense, we still don't win the Super Bowl, right? I mean, that's fair, right? Like, let's get the best quarterback in football, but it's not one of those things where it's like, let's sacrifice everything for one position because everything else is set. Like, that's not this roster at all.
Well, dude, here's the thing, man. When you have a good quarterback, maybe he gets a couple of first downs. Maybe when we have 4 minutes left on the clock and the ball and the lead, he doesn't go 3 and out. These are little things. Maybe he doesn't score, but maybe
we win more games, right? No, 100%. But I'm saying, like, has the defense this bad ever won a Super Bowl? Like, I don't think so. And that's my point. Is like, we need corners so bad. We need linebackers so bad. We need defensive tackles so bad. If we were the Pats or we were the Jets, where like a top 10 quarterback were Super Bowl contenders, different story, right? Again, this isn't me saying don't go get a quarterback. This is me saying you don't sacrifice the other 52 positions and trade everything in for a quarterback when we can't stop the worst quarterbacks in football right now. Our defense is so bad. Fair?
Yeah. No, I agree. But the thing is you're going to pay $4 million a year for a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. And
you have the other $30 million to fortify your defense. Because honestly, what are you going to do offensively to make it better? You have your plan on the offensive line.
Yeah.
You have your plan already. Young guys, develop them. They're not playing as bad as we think they are. Carr wasn't running for his life the entire game. Okay. We're middle of the pack pressure rate wise. We have the leading rusher in the league. They're not terrible. They're good. They're getting better, and they're really young. That's one thing that you said. Either you go young or you go expensive.
That was a strategy for sure.
Yeah. So now we got young players who are getting better. Okay, great. Maybe we draft another guy early. Who knows? But we're not going to get better skill position wise. Even if we keep everybody and Jacobs, we're not going to get better skill position wise. This is when it's not. Okay. It's you put your resources into defense, draft heavy defense, get a couple of guys defensively, maybe a linebacker, maybe a couple of DBs, whatever. And, start the clock over with a rookie quarterback on a rookie deal. South Oregon reps. I think you mean monkey cock?
Money cock? I mean, if you're going to suck any cock, it might as well be a money cock. Right?
Dude, you see that video going around? Would you be gay for 5 minutes for $1 billion?
100%.
Hell
Absolutely.
Yeah. You could buy a whole new throat with $1 billion.
5 minutes? I can do anything for 5 minutes for $1 billion. How gay are you getting, though?
Dude, all the way.
All the way gay?
Full blown.
Like, you're watching Glee as you're sucking off 3 dudes?
I think
I could suck off 3 dudes, but I can't watch Glee. That's way too gay for me.
I could do whatever. I'll do whatever for $1 billion. For 5 minutes? Yeah. For sure.
I mean, there's a bajillion gay guys that
you can
do that
cut off
free.
My fingers at the joints. Start with the pinkies. Blink every minute. Blink, 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 blink for 5 minutes. You can cut off both my pinkies, one joint at a time. So I'm like just 8 fingers for $1 billion. No problem.
What would you do for 1,000?
1,000? You can rip one of my nails off for 1,000.
Edgar Bonilla, thank you so much for the super chat.
Dude, Edgar Bonilla. We say it every week. Edgar Bonilla.
Bonilla wafer. I believe we have a good chance on getting Max Duggan. Now, what is he projected to go at?
Max Duggan? I don't know, man. He's a one-year wonder, dude. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. Look,
No?
there's going to be a lot of really good. There's going to be a lot of really good college quarterbacks that you see do the combine, do the whole thing that just are not going to be that good. Kenny Pickett was all worldly and he's shitty, right? But then you got guys like, dude, Jordan Love. I'll take Jordan Love. Jordan Love showed me a lot when he was able to play. He can play. And he went to North Dakota State. So there's going to be guys that are like, here and there. But you know what? Look, for right now, I like the strategy of finally saying, look, this has been 6 times this year where our offense has done absolutely zero for the amount of money and the amount of weapons that we put on our offense. We can't have our offenses do 0 in 6 second halves. Can't do it. Can't have it. So we're just happened to be, and this is why the contract was done the way it was. Carr, parting gift, $6 million. Happy trails. Maybe we could trade you. But honestly, it's time to move on. And this
that's
game
the complication too, is the no trade contract. So he's to trade him for anything that definitely limits where he can go.
Yeah, man, it's just time to go, man. Chandler and Denzel are going to be out for Lyncher, like you said. I was just going to say that 2 of our top starting defenders are out for the season. I would assume. We're probably not going to beat the 49ers because they're just a fucking bully of a team offensively and defensively. If you thought it was tough to move the ball against the fucking Pittsburgh, it's going to be even that much harder against the 49ers.
Best defense in football.
Yeah, they're by far the best defense in football.
I don't know, dude. Pats give them some run for their money, dude. Pats have had pick sixes in like back-to-back games.
The thing is, the Pats are flashier. The 49ers are just fucking bullies. They're gonna fucking bludgeon you, and they don't give up fucking 10 points a game, dude.
And the Niners have a 1,000 times better offense that doesn't force the Pats to be on the field 3/4 of a game.
That's true too.
That's the other part too. Like the Niners are just. Them and the Eagles are just the most complete teams in football.
Dude, the Eagles almost won with fucking Minshew out there. All right, man. Let's wrap this up. I got to get the fuck out of here.
Where are you going?
I got to go to my aunt's house.
We made tamales today. I'm going to have some great tamale dumps tomorrow. It's delicious.
Hey, tomorrow, listen to me. You heat that tamale up on like a frying pan or a comal if you have one. Just make it nice and crispy. In the husk, make it crispy so you can take it off and it's nice and crisp. And you get a fried egg, put it on top. With the runny yolk and everything, that's the money right there.
I do the wetted paper towel, like you moisten a paper towel and then microwave. So it's like
I'm telling you, try it the way I'm asking you to do it. Just try it one time.
Omar, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thanks, Omar. Good seeing you again.
People understand of what Gruden did to our team by wasting 6 picks. Now I say trade DC and what? No, we're all very aware of what Gruden did to our team.
Trust me, we're gonna talk to you guys about this next week.
We are abundantly aware of what Gruden did to this team. Three draft classes, more or less wasted, outside of Hunter and Max. Basically 3 draft classes.
I say we keep all our offensive weapons except for DC. Get a young quarterback that's a little bit more dynamic that we can do a little bit more things with, a little more RPOs, all that, and just move on, man. Just this time. I'm not saying Carr's a bad quarterback or he's a bad person or he's whatever. He's just too inconsistent, and we've seen it 6 times this year with the second halves are really bad, and you can't win that way, man. You just can't. Cold weather, warm weather, fucking overcast, partially cloudy, it doesn't matter. Can't happen.
I just morbidly curious on what you would blame next season on if we lose without Carr. Like, where would you go with your blame?
Well, I'll call it like I see it, like I do now. I see it as a
Carr. He'd be playing for like Carolina.
I would not say his name. I'm going to throw a party on air when we cut loose from this guy. I'm going to be so more obnoxious than I am now about it. And that's the last time I will ever utter his name, ever, unless we play him. Not even then, I won't say his name.
So, congratulations and thank you to everybody who got us to 5,000 subscribers this week. Nice
Thanks
little threshold for us. Really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys. What we're going to do as a celebration is break down every single major roster move of the Gruden era. every draft pick, and every major free agent acquisition. It's going to be a labor of pain because it's going to suck going through all those terrible draft picks, all those terrible free agent signings, all that money wasted, all that cap space gone to nothing.
Stop picking on RJ, everybody. Stop it.
Don't side with Chiefs fans. Don't do it. Don't let Chiefs fans divide us.
I'm saying stop picking on you. What do you...
Stop it. Don't let them in the chat. And so because it's holiday week next week, I'll be traveling, and it's in between Christmas and New Year's. We won't do like an actual like normal show. We're going to do a, what are we calling it? Gruden recap?
I think we're going to call it the Gruden Mayock regime omnibus.
We're still title pending, obviously. Omar, thank you for the super chat. Gruden sent us back 4 years. Gruden cost us a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Cost us a lot. We're still waiting to see if Mayfield. Are we that desperate?
Bro.
Are we that desperate?
I'm not above anything.
Over Stidham? Would you rather have Baker over Stidham?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
What's Stidham's contract? 1 year?
I don't know, but I haven't fucking seen him, dude. I haven't seen him play against. I mean, when he played against the Saints, he did pretty good. But I mean, I haven't really seen him. I don't know.
Yeah,
he didn't play out last year because he broke his back, and he was out for I think a year and a half.
Major surgery, multiple major surgeries.
Yeah, I mean, big ups to him for coming back. You know, it's hard work. We talked about this with the Alex Smith thing when he got comeback player of the year and he retired and everything. How hard it is to come back. So that's, big ups to him for coming back. But I mean, we haven't seen him. We haven't seen him play.
The Gruden shit show. That bounces off the ball. All right. Well, we'll let you. We'll give you guys this Gruden Mayock breakdown. It'll suck. It'll hurt, JR? But we'll do it. You going with the white? Is that a Christmas present?
Yeah, my brother got it for me. It's pretty tits, huh? You know what else I got?
You look better in black, more slimming.
You know what else I got? I got some Croc slides.
I don't understand the appeal of Crocs. Just
I hate Crocs. I don't like Crocs, but these are really comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. Like the clog Crocs, I don't like, but these slide ones are fucking comfortable.
Regular flip flops, man. So much.
I have flip flops, but these are. I'm wearing these tonight.
Anyway, 50th anniversary, Immaculate Reception. Raiders fall to the Steelers 13-10. Drop to 6-9, 2-7.
69, dude.
69. Maybe if the season ended right now, we can be stoked and just be 6-69.
Yeah, I don't want 69.
We'll see. But until then, knock on wood if you're with me.
Merry Christmas.